Presidential staff Nana Yaa Jantuah ese Bawumia pan na abetro statement we. Abronye din krofatem krom ha one true statement. Ye chene dia wetime nya kukudu abetro statement. Abronye semba and you see I think my team just showed me a brand team say me many agesa Abronye kuje na do makasa Abronye be kuje 3 years. Ejma we na say me jai. People are just funny. People with short memories. Politics. Oh, you know, boy. Say, Massa, Yamoyan, and this, and no to Samsa, and no matter about my class. Now, we are. I'll speak to some of the things that have come up. 3 Messiah, Dumano, Eddie Amamo. And now people even have issues with Messiah. Hey, Mr. White Abui, Mr. Black Abui. Asamo. You better say you money in this video. You must subscribe, your mommy. Also subscribe and click on notification with the video be at my bonus show we are. You will certainly have a control free. Leave that comment in the comments. Especially Abronye or them 2 weeks remand. The charges are back. The last video no my the amount. Nana Yaa Jantuah Kevin also no be defending Abronye Marojo can show you we ni. Abronye the
agenda setting why abane mo ayedin.
Agenda be. Na so we a journalist. We a trained communicator into the police watching with you.
Police for me, they be a match there will be a one journalist Benny Acheno. Trained journalist, Mummy BBU, Ghana Mrawa how. Oh, yes, you track criminal libel law, but men in some way could cause you in a shemra. Yes, a free BB Act 208, Electronic
Communications Act. Yes.
208.
Yes.
76.
Section 76.
Yes,
yes.
That
Publication of false.
Yes.
As on Act 29, so Section 208.
Yes. Into what cancer, oh, my many can be was it the law is the law.
Yes.
So what cancer? Next, we name the walk can. So me say me kasa ya monhwe bidin asema min tiase en mental farmer non tu otemase
yes
nti ne say amane ma bia didi atembi ni adenye Bawumia his excellency Bawumia the press statement dey me full say eni se nko de ba
sir
ne before na ne ye tankrofo ani wo kan de me ye time me mani krampo wono be ko no ho mi su ko ne ho de na kan
when fi
mi ke ni su ko ne ho de be na kan
a certain vice president.
A certain vice president, what are you talking about? Ade de be na kan no be kan accountability. Obi me pese me ka me ne on na sem. Me di su ko ne ho. Me board for the su ko ne ho de na kan.
Omotata wo no.
Ade sem na okay. Ade be na kan me de bia nkofo se me ka me ho asem because of sa communications act me pese me ka obi asem. Me ka de nim. Go me ko obi asem ni nipa ne se nyampa. Yes, ma tomra.
Yeah.
Inti de bia nkofo se me ka me ho asem. Me di su ko Bawumia fi me. Wan ka sam ho. Insem e wo mu me pese me ka. Me ye adwuma ma jaja me nko.
O se bia na at the point on timi nya hwe.
Untimi nya hwe ene na obetimi aye bibi. Ene de obetimi aye bibi. Wa tro ade ne wan twro mpo no wanka. Yes, I'm hope you okay.
And also, I therefore serve notice to officers of the state who are active participants in this unholy enterprise. Unholy enterprise, they using state power to intimidate the opposition. That day of accountability will come, and the abuse of state power will be accounted
for. Obi me pesa word accountability. Bawumia was so a leader. Ebia still he's a mate.
Leader of the opposition.
That is what I am telling you. It is a church we soon in faso. Obi sa oba. Neso de nitifie. Neso wa antiti ni ye. No koko didi obi wa atemu abonten ye sini kota. Unko abonten koko ntoko. Because so ultimately tete oba no fi Bawumia should put his house in order.
Ejina koto ne so ebi yesini koto ma waka ne ketrema no de moja ba fi
no de moja ba fi wa da budi na ba ye ho koko didi obi atema na osini koto a oti dem kire wo no because se otete oba wo fie chance ye ni atem because de bia se o mo asem ye de des wa asem nye de nipa ye ka ye drill down to nipa na ye kan asem no Abronye obi nye dem ha na mete na ye chi Abronye first time na make bi ba na mimpo mi so ye fine boy.
Yes.
Orefi.
Yes.
Umbo obi say me say me ye sure. Abronye dane na ni sa be di matem say me num wi. Obi what you say mo ebi da. wo Abronye a wuti we wano ya bema wano ya
Osi Nana Yaa onum
osi ono wante osi menum wi koko bisa ebaya ma me bosses nyina mpo it came to their attention obi me ti we nsakra menim nom uma me nsa sesi a mepo go to menum a menum bi da na wo so menum wi me nom wi me sadi wi wo SS. Can you imagine this? Edidi matampoto o ko jira judge ni bi di judge atem
almost okase judge ne ye political
and no can dey can me ti second patrol can last sentence no can just say judge no ye caricature that sentence no ka kan ho no kama mintie na wo ujina judge ni matimi ka che judge so ye political mo de we am betumi use judges wo krom ayanka ye din ye hwem otemase me patrol dey asem no ka to eche so kan bibi
me pedie na what charge sheet ne so say on the charge sheet no mo reproduce what he was supposed to have said.
How can you still wo your lawyer ni ujina judge nim e ka chance wo ye political otemase ewiase obi en ho nya political obi a woni party a wagitum asode cry a political obi a woni belief a wagitum so otemase na wujina judge nim obi a wono no obebua waten no wajana nima ka akire ne se wo ye political what you say mu ebida Abronye didi atema wonwene ho me na semba first man ke me kwa no ye mobo otemase me kan na no wi a obi fra me ka je na ya Abronye na wo kan bi ma no ne ba bedidi atenam si omunya no ma mon ha no ye young man na fe de wu wie ya otibitum me ka bibia se utie nsem Abronye ka fa me ho a President Mahama craft
bana obi se me musa o se wo time ano mo tata it was not for free speech.
It was for
for social media posts. It was for you to account for your stewardship.
What you want? What stewardship?
Now the
one like can we need some more kind. One must me PRC man no. Obi me see me person me come. It account for who stewardship. Near mom ye me nya de be no mu ehun ye dia stewardship obi person o yo boni ma nipa kro no kasa onim de okeka
a good fellow na this
one good fellow obi person o ye oboni a otimi ka bibia because o ka kire me say nsema me ka wo me PRC days am different day tires enu enye tenable nti so otimi ye dey frame me up onu good fellow onu dey no who is good fellow o ye good fellow no kasa sa no a good fellow does not speak like that. Because you need to have evidence. And some wouldn't you don't go away. Because you see, people wanted to just disgrace me. But I know I don't
yes.
What I say, Metes is gone. But two good fellow no name their worker don't come saying it. What the matter? As some there's a worker, you need to be very circumspect. So Abronye can say me no win or no good fellow na any day. Me Christo need to say me ameme kwa so do defame me. Yes, in the eyes of right thinking men.
But say no say no. In the emergency Abronye cancer.
Yes.
You can institute a civil action against.
But you me penny force me nyano.
No, men kase koye. I'm saying say bibisa na say police for kwache na. That is where people have a problem.
Why do you have a problem?
Because a defamation. He has defamed
electronic communications act na
yes. And local publication of false news.
And now what say any false? Who journalism? Who be one or publish you? And
yes, what publish it?
That your school of journalism once you.
But as to say true or false,
I am saying
the court would decide.
But I am saying, say what speaking? You have spoken, and the law is telling you that when you speak, because this one, for instance, it is falsehood. He even went as far as saying, he said, me what SS? Na me suma nko SS o. Me GC. So you don't even know me. For you to impugn say me SS candidate, so you don't even know who you are talking about. Because who Abronye wo to me we form 5 na me wo ya nka me ba na wo ye pe.
Yeah.
Me mates omo we after form 5 omo to so anko university anko ba bia no. Omo ma nana no mo kra mpo ye mpanyimfo. Na wo timi ka je me ma me panyimu se o timi gyan ka chem se me num wi. We Asem Bawumia or accountability I won't call ni fear or first. The whole accountability no on starting free. What my church away from to those days I near tank of when you know walk hard I don't want to try my accountability. Obi mi bizao. aden one drama. Say account what now am akola na yes ade we afi na be church say accountability. Ade Bawumia na was we on na. Me hu ye ne post ne mwanwa. Say he will never sleep till he becomes president. You will never sleep. Obi on na. And you saw that they are born in a besono because of the way we treat Ghana for. What's one na? What's na hosa? What church or near ma say? Accountability. Me who say word I was very happy. One start accountability ni free ni fee ho. What's na ho ma collect be the dim penyimfo atem. Na penyimu what you want to be friend and can't chance o cratchy. Politics in ye na didi atem nka ho. Na cause I know didi atem. Every day for thief, one day for master. Obia won the master, me wa be come here me nkasa. Okoko kan obia wo nya o. Wo gina judge ni judge no. Wo dem ran pacho charge sheet ni de man.
When you not judge nanim.
Okoko kan ne.
Ni TV program na o ye.
Na judge anim. It's still publication.
Oh yeah, but some will count original judge actually can in open court.
I'm say
in the charge sheet almost say quote, you are not a judge but rather a politician and you have covered your hair with a sack and claim you are a judge.
Just like caricature. Yes. Obi cover the name with the sack onye caricature. You see I was sorry now coffee. Now we either cover the name with the sack when you bomb so the to one shall be tiache. She say what describing judge and so a caricature. We are some now court in my main canny. Who see what cover the name with the sack? What you say? See a difference idea not just a judge in a caricature where is the same people for cry be ko judge no wako bunchre apachow say you and your kind of a chain no mo kasa kasa.
Yes, we no cool boys say all over the world man for the diatem. Ye nya sa ade na ye na politics no bia na sebe na agenda ho no bia na nya ntete tebi
na
okokatwie
obi obeka unim bibi yes we asi ye koyenim ye nkoyechi. And sometimes in Ghana, in Kofobe, I can say you have short memory. History, Omomudi history. I can't addition or university ni secondary school. Omunye nkofo omunim de omuyo. I was say we are so unsure ebi away free. Enebe ma omunim ma wafe ma obedru ebi owo no. Obi Ghana ha ya nya nkofo a yakoto aba say ayi epenyin omudi tuo anajo ya da no omudi tuo konkrofo ho e bongo foto ku omu na omu akọ tena ebi a ye de abato akọtena no sezi so omu no mo hwe yeso na obi di tuo bedi usu a oye wade na umpe a otimi ka obi enti please we should understand that the NDC today as a party they have a background. They came from a military regime. Obi, these things are important oh. 81 kuna yeno na liman yakotu abamano. And President Rollins, may he so rest in peace. Only the guys fat too. Say nyaman koye o man no whether survey ya bisa nyina adwe bo no na adwe mu no e wo so on fa tuo nkotu papa no and odi tuo kotu papa no and obedi a president. When he was president, obi odi tuo na edi president ah oye president shape military atare no wadwe obi a obeka oye careful until ye your man for close to till he left in 2000 for close to 19 years no ye hwe echi asana ya kasa. It's not easy oh. Almost 2 decades. Na kakra nyankopo adom abotre impaibo any democracy ya kakra ena Kufuor edi baye. One of the first things President Kufuor did was to take away the criminal libel law. Obi, didn't na President Kufuor di call cabinet ma eba parliament na yi free ho because na emra u kasa na wano tra ana won kasa yi a ye di wo she prison. And you say what Bobby assume, and now you will be brodo, and now what pure Biama wa prow, Kasa, say Obi, me shall, bomody show, cry what bone, now Chinana and Nuntina and Shemisa. And please, those who have not read this book, Why Nations Fail, Obi, when you finish, all the book tells you that 2 things is what creates mighty nations: creative distraction, where you allow people to innovate
old technology should give way to new ones. And then the second one, vibrant community. Where Obia said, Kwasiapo, Maonka na dream, by ye onyansa ebe kwasia from Nipa onye kwasia. Obi. 2 items. Why do you think people in China, some of the countries are Obeuna dictators, they want their relatives to be in UK? Why do you think so? Think about it. Because UK is a country our democracy the longest. Unim said the BCBA so maybe for anaju ayeni maybe awokono and sit da. That's why you go to countries where their leaders have been in power for 20-30 years, but they don't feel safe to have their children there. They send them to the United Kingdom. Across the world, the only country that has received political asylum seekers that anybody is the United Kingdom. Because leadership is by the people through elections. Even the king himself is only ceremonial. Obi. Timesre NDC. Time I 2000 election. Na MPP ye campaign ni binu. Ye masoje ni shoe. Na I said ye ba. Na e di ka say rolling sitacho. Omu be ka che say sa di no mo jai, omo sisa. Obi. Na o ye politics are. Yesu Christo. Edre bin obisa the disciples and say, what do people say?
Who do men say I am?
Men say I am? Why did he ask that question, Obi? Because he was a public person.
Yeah.
Christ was not a private person.
Yeah.
He had brought a message of redemption to all men. And he was taking on institutions. So he had become a public person. And any person who is a public person, you know, a sacrifice is a calling. That's what they say medicine is a calling. Calling, just say you put your own comfort aside, sometimes even your safety, because you put your life on the line for others. Politics is a calling, Obi. With all due respect, if you are someone you cannot tolerate foolish talk from people, unfounded talk, insults from people, as much as possible, don't go into it, Obi. There are other ways to serve the community. You can do an NGO. You can. There are many ways to help it, but partisan politics. Say, oh yeah, who belong to this party? Who be say only the community? In fact, even chieftaincy. Who you here? Who be say you here? Now nim akuma kesia. Try to avoid it, Obi. Didn't you know we can say? Nipa yinina yenji baku, Obi. Dr. Koboy say me company be asem. Oh, me team. Now me hear the cry. Sometimes me bump I catch a myself a check. When I've not even uttered the word. Why do I pray in my head and ask for forgiveness when I say something against Obia? It's because of my training. Obi, training edi ma me no Obia when you che me no say oye kwasasem kra. I'm not allowed. My words, my mouth cannot open and say this man is foolish. It cannot come out. It's my training. But in society, Obi, you don't have everybody being trained like that. There are people they grew up with.